Hey everybody, Dr. Chris Green here from the Practice Launchpad, and this video is for those of you that maybe have reached out to learn more about coaching in preparation for our call about the private individualized startup coaching program that we have. I look at dental startups in three phases. The plan, which includes kind of getting things prepared, demographics, a business plan, securing lending, all those steps with your vision. Which flows into phase two, which is the project. Project is construction, architecture, the build out stuff. And three, the practice, marketing, systems, hiring, all the things that are going to develop into the actual practice, which is really the most important piece at the end of the day and the thing that we're all seeking. The other things, the first two phases, the plan and the project, are hopefully things that we have to do once in our career. Unless you're looking to be a multiple practice owner, but let's get it right the first time, no matter which route we're planning on going, whatever your vision might be. So why practice ownership? This decision's probably already been made by you, but I just want to remind you why maybe you're reaching out considering a dental startup. You probably are at an associateship where you don't quite have the autonomy with either the clinical treatment that you want to provide or the culture of the practice, and you have an idea of how you want to treat and grow team members and build long-term relationships with them. So practice ownership is going to allow you to have a greater impact on your team and patients in the way that feels best to you. Secondly would be freedom, time and financial freedom. Currently, as an associate or a dental student maybe, you don't have time and financial freedom. Even early in practice ownership you don't, but with the right plan we can help you get there so that this practice can be the engine that drives your life, not the other way around. We don't want to just open a practice and have basically bought a job for ourselves, a job that we own. So more freedom of time and financial freedom for vacations, hobbies, your family, whatever it is that interests you. That's the beauty of dentistry and practice ownership. Phase one, the plan. The plan includes, like I said, vision, business planning and budgeting, demographics and site selection, lending, and real estate. Whether you're going to lease, we'll help you with lease negotiations. Or if you're going to own, we have we've done real estate purchases, and we can help you negotiate and identify the right space for your practice. So we have detailed trainings on every step of this to streamline the process for you, so you don't have to go out there searching with all the questions and possibly miss some critical steps or critical pieces that can cost you a lot of time, money, especially picking the wrong location can be a huge mistake. Phase two, the project. IT and software decisions, the space, meaning your floor plan and the design of the practice, architecture and construction, dental equipment considerations, and supplies and instruments. So we have pre-vetted all this stuff for you. We've negotiated pricing, or we will help you negotiate pricing. And we are able to save you a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of frustration. These projects, there are so many decisions to make. You will get burnt out and run into decision fatigue. And our job is, having helped over 75 dental startups, is to streamline the process, eliminate or at least narrow a lot of those decisions. Again, at the end of the day, the decision is yours on what kind of dental chairs you want, which software you want to use. But we've trimmed out all the noise that's out there because there are so many companies out there vying for your business, and we've vetted out the ones that we believe have your best interest in mind. Phase three is the practice, your team, hiring and onboarding, protecting yourself through human resources, employee manuals, things like that. The operations of the business, we're going to help you develop your business acumen, your leadership skills, understanding overhead, profitability, P&Ls, all those things. We're going to help you set up your dental insurance department. I don't know about you, this was one of the most daunting things for me. I was like, man, dental insurance, making sure we can collect the money on the things we produce, handling those conversations with patients, the billing, entering EOBs, all that stuff We have it laid out on a silver platter for you, so you have nothing to worry about, and that's going to be a big piece of how we help you. Phone skills and practice management. There's some foundational systems to setting up the practice the right way the first time. We have all that for you that you can customize, but at least we get you way down the field and have that stuff laid out step by step so your team could follow those systems and you can hit the ground running day one so the patient has a smooth experience. Operations manuals, we have lots of different ideas on that and ways to help the office run smoothly, as well as checklists for every single thing in the dental office. Vendor decisions, we've pre-vetted a lot of relationships, we've negotiated pricing on your behalf, and we've narrowed it down to a few different vendors for each specific thing that you need, whether it's marketing, accountants, HR companies, you name it. We have a vetted list for you to choose from and to go through, so that'll save you a lot of time and energy, and you'll know that you can trust these are companies that we've actually used and have a relationship with. And finally, the marketing strategy to getting you to 100 new patients before opening day. Our specific strategy has worked time and time again. In fact, the most recent clients have had one in Ohio, 162 new patients before opening day, and we had one in Illinois, 174 fee-for-service patients before opening day. So it's not a question of if this process works, it does. It's just a matter of you going out and executing. And so that is some proprietary information, a specific model that we've developed over the years. So what are the costs of startup mistakes? Project timeline. You know, I've noticed I've had people come to us that were interested in doing a startup, kind of were kicking the tires, and, you know, I bump into them a year later at a CE course or something, and I'm like, how's the startup going? They're like, oh, I'm still trying to figure it out. Once you start working with us, you're getting closer to practice ownership, and you're going to get there faster because you are investing in yourself and you have everything at your fingertips ready to go, ready to do the startup process. You're going to know exactly what to do, and the practice is going to be successful. Lease mistakes. I see people make mistakes here all the time, costs them a lot of money. You're going to sign probably a 10-year lease to protect the investment of building out the construction and everything in the office. These leases can be a $1 million commitment over the 10-year period, so you want to have language in there that protects you. We know exactly what to ask and what to negotiate into those leases. Remember, the landlords, a lot of these people know commercial real estate. Their goal is to have the upper hand and take advantage of the tenant. Our job is to help protect you as the practice owner. PPO negotiations. You know, for me, my first year, I got some bad advice despite asking the right questions. I was told, no, just go in network with everybody. It cost me over $200,000 in the first year of production or collections alone. So we have a specific process that'll help you be in network with people, which really helps with patient acquisition, but get paid almost fee-for-service like reimbursement on these fee schedules. That'll help you, make top dollar, but not have those barriers to acquiring patients. Vendor mistakes, there's time, energy, costs. Switching marketing companies is super expensive, so we want to help you avoid vendor mistakes along the way. We're going to help you with overhead. I see people take on too many expenses before they open. Now they open and they're in a cash crunch. We want to get you cash flowing and profitable as soon as humanly possible. IT bids, most startups are going to lose $15,000 here. We know how to negotiate the IT equipment and installation and all that to save you a lot of money, and it's the same results. It's not like you get better stuff for spending more. There's ways to do it with no loss in quality. Same goes for equipment bids. We're going to save you at least $75,000 on the way we approach equipment at no loss in quality. And then construction headaches and hidden expenses with construction. Most of you have never been part of a construction project. We've been part of a lot, and we know exactly what to do with dental office construction. So the typical do-it-yourself startup, totally fine, but it's going to probably cost $150,000 more going on your own. The project timeline is going to take longer because there's so many decisions, wrong decisions, holdups, construction delays, things like that. Your overhead, we typically see overheads a lot higher. The overhead decisions that are baked in before opening day will follow you through opening day and really through the life of practice ownership if you don't know what to do. We know exactly what to do. We ran a practice historically between 40 and 42% overhead, and I'll show you exactly how I accomplished that so you can apply that for yourself. Typically, new patient numbers before opening day are going to be lower, so our specific process is going to help you get over 100 new patients before opening day. You have to do due diligence on 50 plus vendors, because if you figure you need 25 vendors when it comes to supplies, equipment, IT, practice management software, phones, etc., we've done a lot of that work for you to save you time and energy. And we have negotiated vendor deals, so on your own you're probably not going to be able to take advantage of those. So our startups are on budget or below. They take 9 to 13 months depending where we pick you up. You can join at any point. So if you've signed a lease, that's okay. Our model for what you pay allows you to not just pay a flat fee no matter where you are. If you've already done some of the work, then we're not looking to make money off that. This is customized to you so that no matter, some people hear about us right after they sign the lease, they come on board and we help them from the construction and IT and equipment decisions all the way through opening day. Our goal, again, is to have, as far as overhead goes, a $25,000 to $30,000 a month break even, which includes your bank loan payment and your lease and your team, which are the three biggest line items in the early days of your startup. So what's your plan? How are you going to stay on budget? These projects are costing $700,000 in a lot of cases these days with inflation and everything else. So this is our budgeting tool where we will go through line by line with you and help you stay on budget. A lot of this stuff is a la carte stuff you have to pay for. Some of this stuff we can help you get for free, but all this stuff we can negotiate the pricing on and chip away so that you have enough working capital when you open to pay your team, cover the rent, cover the bills that are coming in until you're profitable. Equipment bids, very daunting. We have a specific process. This one is $219,000. None of our startups have spent that much. Our goal, even with the CBCT included, is to get you well below the $200,000 mark. It would be maybe closer to $200,000 if you're getting a CBCT, but I would say even with a CBCT, $150,000 or less. Construction bids, we have a specific process for evaluating contractors and comparing these bids apples to apples. You will notice if you're doing this alone, you're going to go to 3 different contractors and every bid's going to look a lot different. Some are going to be really detailed. Some are going to look like they did it on the back of a napkin almost. We're going to be able to normalize those so you can actually accurately compare these bids and pick the right contractor for your situation. You can see there was a startup, $600,000 in construction. If you are only approved for a $700,000 loan, this simply will not work. You won't have a startup. So let's figure out how to keep these contractors on your budget. IT decisions, you can see $55,000 for IT. That's crazy. We're trying to get it for $30,000 or less, depending on how interested you are in IT. You can save a lot of money here if you want to do the cabling yourself or outsource that and kind of guide them on that. We have a lot of ideas. Some people say, hey, I want to save money there, but I also am not interested in IT. Great, we'll still save you, $20,000 or so. And then, practice overhead and vetting the vendors that you need. Overhead, these are some of the common early overhead costs. You have the loan, the debt you've taken out, the facility or the lease costs, your rent, utilities, marketing costs, payroll, supplies, labs, accounting, your business insurance needs, and then any software you're using. We're going to help you make the best decisions so that your overhead is not wildly out of control. So what does membership in our program get you? This is a comprehensive startup program. It is done with you, and it's by dentists like myself that have achieved really great startup results. We've been in your shoes, and we're just looking to help. So it's me and Dr. Mark Costas. I opened in mid-July of 2018. We were profitable by August, and I've had other clients that have been profitable within 1 or 2 months. Some take a little longer, maybe 3 to 6 months. That's fine. The normal startup is not profitable even after a year a lot of times. So you're going to see profitability a lot faster by following our protocols. And we had 150 new patients scheduled before opening day. So I've gone ahead and created this program so you can create the same results or better than me. And by 5 years into the startup, actually the first year we collected 1.4 million, the first 12 months, and then by the end of 5 years we were a $4.6 million practice. Actually, we added a second location, and the total revenue for both practices is 5.8 million. Our overhead 40%, and I was down to 1 clinical day per week. I'm not prescribing the results for you, but you can create these results with some of the things we teach. So everything you need, this is one-on-one coaching. We're going to get on monthly coaching calls. I'm available to you 24/7 via text or email support. We have a 190-point comprehensive startup checklist, one that you've never seen out there on Facebook groups or online. This is it sounds like it's a lot, but it's really just covering every single step. So you check all the boxes and you don't get to opening day and realize you missed anything that's important and critical to your success. So let us guide you through this process. We've helped a lot of doctors. We're going to help you get there faster with fewer headaches and more confidence. And along the way, you're going to save money. Videos and manuals. So for private clients, you immediately get the entire plan, the practice, the project, the practice video series to follow step by step. It's neatly organized in a learning training module, and it has all the checklists and things that you need to, for each step of the startup process. You get membership into Dental Success Network. You get all the manuals that I've built for each position in the dental office. You also get our 600-page document, or I guess it used to be 700 pages. I've made it a little bit more streamlined for you. You get that manual. It's like a startup textbook. And then you get our unique marketing process. Our clients consistently have 100 plus new patients booked by opening day with our strategies. So your investment for this is going to be $6,000 down and then $2,500 a month. There's no annual contract. There's no long contract or anything like that. And the way this is structured means you could join us at any time in your process. The earlier the better. Demographics is the most important decision. Where you choose to put the practice, the visibility, and all those things is the most important decision in the whole process, which we are very specific about how we coach docs on that and make the best decision, because that's going to help keep the marketing budget lower and help you get tons and tons of new patients for years to come. So if you have questions or want to know next steps, please reach out to us at thepracticelaunchpad.com. You can email us at practicelaunchpad@gmail.com, and we can get you rolling.